and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live stream. Please double tap the screen, subscribe my channel and watch my videos. So today I'm here to talk about power of kindness. Something incredibly simple yet often underestimated. Kindness. Welcome. In a world that moves fast, where headlines are filled with conflict and competition, kindness can feel like a small, quiet voice. Welcome everyone, please double tap. But make no mistake, kindness is not weakness, it is one of the most powerful forces we have. It doesn't need wealth, education, or status. It's free to give, yet priceless to receive. I welcome everyone, please double tap the screen. What is kindness? Can anybody tell me in the comments what kindness is? Because I want to know from you as well, from our audience as well, from our viewers as well, what they think what kindness is. And I tell you my version. Kindness is more than just being nice. Yes, it's a general concern for others, a willingness to help without expectation something in return. It's standing up for someone who feels alone. It's smiling at a stranger or holding the door open or simply saying, "How are you?" and meaning it. Some people show something but they don't mean it. Sometimes kindness is silent. A friend sitting next to you during tough times. Sometimes it's brave, like forgiving someone who hurt you. And sometimes it's world changing. A single act of kindness that starts a chain reaction. Why kindness matters. You might be wondering why kindness is so important. Welcome everyone, please double tap the screen, subscribe my channel and watch my videos. Thank you so much for coming. And today my topic is kindness. Kindness builds connection. We are wired for connection. When someone shows us kindness, we feel seen, valued, and human. Thank you so much. It bridges between a difference, age, race, religion, politics. It reminds us that deep down we are not all that different. Study shows that both the giver and the receiver of kindness experience a boost in mood and well being. It reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and even increases lifespan. It's like medicine, but with no side effects. So, being kind doesn't cost anything. You have to be a good human being. Have you ever had someone pay for your coffee, hold the elevator, or offer you a compliment just because? Chances are it lifted your spirits. Maybe you passed through that energy onto someone, that the beauty of kindness it spreads. A Welcome everyone. Please double tap the screen. Thank you so much for the likes. Let me share a short story with you all. A man, let's say, shall we call him James? Hi Charlie, welcome. Was running late for an interview. He saw an older woman with a flat tire. Hi. Most people passed by, but James stopped and helped. He missed his interview. A few days later, he got a call from the CEO of that very company. Turns out the woman with the flat tire was the CEO's mother, and he got the job. That's that's the power of kindness. It finds its way back to you, often when you least expect it. But kindness doesn't mean you have to be heroic. It can be simple as checking in on a friend who's been quiet lately or standing up for classmates who's been bullied. These moments may seem small, but to someone they could mean everything. Uh, I can also add me. Okay, okay, Charlie. Thank you for the double taps. Kindness doesn't need grand gestures. It starts with awareness. Welcome everyone. Please double tap the screen to increase the likes. And today my topic of my life is the power of kindness. And I've been on for nearly 10 minutes, so I did a lot of talking, but I would like to carry on. Like I said, kindness doesn't need grand gestures. It starts with awareness. Look around. Who needs help? Who's alone? Who hasn't smiled in a while? And listen actively. Put your phone down and give your people your full attention. Be patient, especially with those who are difficult. They're often the ones who need kindness the most. Forgive, let go of grudges, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. And this is a very important part. You never know that someone is going through. Your small act of kindness might be the only good thing in their day. I want to. Kindness is free, but it's not worthless. It's soft, but it's not weak. In fact, in today's world, kindness is revolutionary. No, I can't. It is. It's a powerful enough to heal, to unite, and to transform. Let's choose kindness every day in small ways, in big ways, because when we do, we don't just change someone else's life, we change the world one act at a time. Thank you so much for the double taps. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for coming. Let's take a look at the science. Researchers in neuroscience have discovered something called the helper's high. When we do something kind, our brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, chemicals that make us feel happy, connected, and fulfilled. A study from Harvard showed that people who spend money on others rather than themselves were actually happier overall. Even witnessing an act of kindness can trigger this response. That's right, just watching someone be kind improves your mood. That's how deeply hardwired kindness is into our biology. It's not just emotional, it's a chemical, it's physical, it's human. Let me tell you about a man named Narayan Krishnan in India. He has an award winning chef with precious career ahead of him. But one day he saw an old elderly man eating his own waste out of hunger. That moment changed his life. Narayan quit his job and started feeding the homeless in his community. He served over 2 million meals since. Now, most of us won't quit our job and start foundation, and that's okay. But kindness doesn't have to be massive. Remember the students who stick up for someone being bullied, the bus driver who waits an extra second so an elderly woman can sit, the child who shares their lunch with someone who forgot theirs. These are heroes too. There's something people don't often say. Kindness takes courage. It takes courage to speak up when it's easier to stay quiet. And it takes courage to forgive when you're still hurting. It takes courage to keep being kind in a world that sometimes feels cold and unfair. Welcome everyone. Please double tap the screen. Thank you so much for coming. And my topic of the day is kindness. Thank you for listening to me. Please write in the comment what you think about what kindness is. I want to hear it from my viewers as well. What is kindness to you? But remember this, your kindness is not about them, it's about you. It's a reflection of your character and not their actions. Like Martin Luther King Jr. said, I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. That applies kindness too. Hate is heavy, kindness is light and freeing. So, viewers, here's my challenge to you. Be the reason someone believes in goodness again. For example, write a thank you note. Writing is gone these days. We message and we've got a mobile and the technology's gone high, but writing is still very powerful. Compliment someone you don't usually talk to. Help someone. Hi, Shriman. How are you? Help someone without being asked. Listen more, judge less. We can't change the entire world overnight. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear, Shriman. Thank you. And thank you for the like. Thank you so much. Subscribe my channel and watch my videos. And thank you being here. And my topic of the day is kindness. You can watch when I posted. You can watch all the live stream. Like I said, we can't change the entire world overnight, but we can change someone's world in a moment. And when we do it together, those moments add up. They ripple outward. So, when in doubt, when you're unsure what to do, just remember this: choose kindness, always. A good night, and thank you for coming. Because at the end of the day, people may forget what you said, they may forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Like, I want to quote two to three people's quote, like Dalai Lama. He said, "Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible." And Mother Teresa said, "Do small things with great love." And there's another one, um, what's his name? Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers. There are three ways to ultimatum success. The first way is to be kind, the second way is to be kind, and the third way is to be kind. So he actually said it three times. Normally, I heard in a Bollywood movie, that the dialogue was entertainment, entertainment, and entertainment. But Fred Rogers had said to be kind, and to be kind, which is fascinating. Welcome everyone. Please double tap the screen, watch my videos. Kindness isn't only easy when life is good, it is true strength shine when life is hard. In times of war, natural disasters, and pandemics, what do we see? People showing up for each other. Think back to the early days of COVID-19 pandemic. People were isolated, afraid, uncertain, but what did we also see? Uh, Neighbors dropping off grocery for the elderly, people signing from balconies in Italy to keep singing, signing, singing from balconies in Italy to keep spirits high. I saw that in the news. Healthcare, which is the most important thing because they were front of line, workers working endless shifts, comforting patients who couldn't see their families, which was the hardest part actually, because that was a big responsibility on them. In tragedy, kindness become our greatest tool for survival. It reminds us we are not alone. Welcome everyone. Please double tap the screen. Thank you for the likes and thank you. And today my topic is the power of kindness. And if you have missed, please, when I post this, you can watch it all. Even in our personal lives, when someone loses a loved one, when someone is going through depression or financial hardship, sometimes the kindest thing we can do is just show up. Say nothing, just be present. Sometimes the most powerful words are, "I am here and I care." Kindness knows no borders. Kindness is a universal language. Whether you speak English, Hindi, Spanish, Arabic, or Swahili or Dutch, kindness is understood by everyone. In Japanese, in Japanese, there's a word. Ome Tanashi. It means selfless hospitality. In South Africa, they say Ubuntu. That means um, I am because we are. Across cultures and continents, people value compassion. It is what binds us as human. No matter our race, religion, or background, that's the power of kindness. It crosses borders, breaks barriers, and builds bridges. Take a moment and think. And viewers, I want some comments like what you guys think and how does it affect you, what I'm gonna say. Can you remember a time when someone showed you kindness unexpectedly, that it was just out of the blue? How did it make it how did it make you feel? Did it stay with you? I'm very curious to know that if you have experienced this. Now I'm gonna twist my question. When was the last time you did something kind without being asked? And how did it feel? Each of us made kindness a daily habit. Just imagine the kind of communities, schools, workplace we create. Not perfect, I'm not saying, like be perfect and be the role model. No, be kinder, softer, and more human. There's a, there's a story about a teacher who asked each student to write down one kind thing about each of their classmates. Then the teacher then compiled all the responses and gave each student a personalized list. Years later, one of those students passed away in an accident. When his parents went through his things, they found that list folded, worn, and treasured. He kept it all those years. You never know what kindness might mean to someone. You might forget the moment, they might remember it forever. Every kind word, every gentle gestures, it ripples outwards. Sometimes it even saves a life. In a time when people are quick to anger, to judge, to divide, we need kindness warriors. Not perfectly people, not saints, just people who choose again and again to act from the heart. So, here's my invitation to you all. Start small, start today, be kind to the person you usually ignore, the colleague who annoys you, the family member you have drifted from, yourself, because self kindness is the root of all compassion. Let us be the generation that remembered, not our technology. Hi, Veteran. Thank you for coming. Please double tap. And my topic of the day is kindness, the power of kindness. And you missed half an hour, so when I post this live, you can watch. And please subscribe my channel. Thank you. So, like I said, let us be the generation that remembered, not for our technology, our politics, or our wealth, but for our humanity. Because at the end of the day, it won't matter how much money we made, or how much followers we had. kindness is important. Thank you, thank you. Hello, welcome. Kindness is not just a personal value, it's a universal language. Across every culture, every religion, every era, kindness has been at the heart of human connection. In Buddhism, there's a concept of metta or loving kindness, a deep compassion for all living beings. In Islam, Prophet Muhammad said, kindness is a mark of faith, and whoever is not kind has no faith. In Christianity, the Bible teaches be kind and be compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as God forgave you. Even in ancient philosophy, Greek thinkers like Aristotle spoke about kindness as a central virtue, an essential part of the good life. Hi, and welcome everyone. Please double tap the screen. Please subscribe my channel. And today my topic is kindness, the power of kindness. The point is, kindness is not new. It's not a trend. It is a timeless human truth. It has survived wars, disasters, revolutions. Why? Because kindness is what makes life worth living. It's what makes us human. Have you ever dropped a pebble in water? You watch as ripples spread out further and further, long after the pebble is gone. Kindness works the same way. One small act, a word, a gesture, a choice can create ripples you may never see. You maybe smile at a stranger, and that person might go home and decide not to give up upon themselves that day. You may help someone who later helps someone else. Your one act could travel through 10, 100, or even 1,000 lives without your name ever being mentioned. And that's the beautiful thing. Kindness doesn't need credit, it just needs action. Now, let's talk practically. What happens when we bring kindness into our schools, workplaces, communities? In schools, students feel better and then they perform better. Bullying decreases. Like I said, grade improved because kids are more emotionally secured. And in workplaces, team collaborate better, burnt out decreases. That's, you know, that's these are the side effects of kindness. People trust each other more with increasing innovation and productivity. Google once did a study called Project Aristotle. Like I said, Aristotle is a Japanese word. To find out what made the most affected teams, the answer not intelligent, not talent, but psychological safety, a culture of kindness and respect where people feel safe to speak up. Welcome everyone. Please double tap the screen. Thank you so much. And Today, my topic is kindness. Please subscribe to my channel and welcome everyone. Thank you. But ask yourself, have you ever had a bad day and taken it out on someone who didn't even deserve it? Have you ever been the person who needed understanding instead of judgment? We all have. That's why one of the most important form of kindness is empathy, the ability to understand what someone else might be feeling, even if you don't agree with them. So when someone is rude or distant, ask what might be going through. Often people act out of pain. Responding with kindness doesn't excuse your behavior, but it might help change it. Welcome. Thank you for the double tap. Let me leave you with one more story, short but powerful. A high school teacher once gave students an assignment: write something kind about each other or classmates. Like I told this before. And years later, at a funeral of one of the students, his parents, they found that list folded up in his wallet. It was years and years old, but clearly treasured. That's the thing about kindness. It may be small too, but it could be everything to someone else. You don't always see the impact, but that doesn't mean it didn't matter. I told this early on in my life, this story, and this story is so powerful that I love to repeat this story. We live in a world with a lot of noise, anger, and division. But instead of adding to the noise, you can be a light. Be the person who listen when others interrupt. Be the person who includes others when others exclude. Be the person who forgives when others hold on to hate. You don't have to fix the world, but you can make it brighter. One kind word, one act, one moment at the time. Kindness is power. Use it every day with attention, with courage, and without expecting anything in return. Because what makes it real, and that's what makes it powerful. We have, we have talked a lot about being kind to others, but let me ask you something important. Viewers, are you kind to yourself? Often we are our hardest critics. We forgive others, but easily can we forgive ourselves? We push ourselves relentlessly, and when we fail or fall short, we punish ourselves with guilt, shame, or negative self talk. Welcome, everyone. But how can we pour kindness into the world if our own cup is empty? Self kindness isn't selfish, it's necessary. It means allowing yourself to make mistakes without self hate, resting when you need to, not just you have earned it, speaking to yourself the way you would to a friend. Try saying this to yourself, viewers: I'm enough, I'm human, I deserve kindness even for myself. Repeat this over and over again. I'm enough. I'm human. I deserve kindness, even from myself. When you practice self kindness, you increase what capacity to be kind to others. You can't give what you don't have. Here is something people often overlook: kindness is just not a trait, it's a skill. You can learn it, you can practice it, you can get better at it, just like a sport or a language or an instrument. Now you viewers gonna say how? By pausing before reacting, by listening to understand, not just to reply, by choosing compassion over judgment. Parents, teachers, leaders, this is especially important for you all. Teach kindness, model it, reward it, because the next generation is watching. Imagine a world where kindness was taught as seriously as maths or science. How different would a world look? Welcome, please double tap the screen. Let's talk about leadership for a moment. True leadership isn't about power, it's about influence, trust, and vision. And nothing builds trust faster than kindness. The best leaders I've seen aren't the ones who shout loudest, they are the ones who listen the deepest, they uplift others, they treat every person from CEO to a janitor with equal respect. Kindness in leadership creates loyalty, motivation, and unity. So, if you want to lead in your school, your company, your community, start being kind, and you will surprise how far it takes you. Kindness is powerful, but remember this: kindness is not passive, it's not just a feeling, it's a choice, and often a bold one. Kindness isn't staying silent when someone is being mistreated. Um, Kindness isn't avoiding hard conversation because they are uncomfortable. Kindness, at its core, means standing up for what's right with compassion, not cruelty. In a divided world, being kind doesn't mean being natural. It means showing up with empathy and courage. Oh, welcome. Please double tap the screen and please comment your view on kindness. As Holocaust survivor Elie Wiesel said, we must take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Kindness isn't weak. It is action, it is strength, it is resistance against a world that tells us to only look out for ourselves. I want to give you guys a challenge. For the next 7 days, do one deliberate act of kindness each day. Say something small but intentional. Here's some ideas I would like to give. Send a message to someone you haven't spoken in a while. Pay for someone's coffee or bus fare. Offer genuine praise to a coworker, a classmate, or the one that you claim to love. A genuine praise, not a fake one. Let someone go ahead of you in line. Pick up the bin in your neighborhood trash. Write down each act at the end of the day. Reflect how it felt. After a week, ask yourself, did you did the world change? Maybe not, but did you? Almost certainly. So viewers, do this for 7 days, and after 7 days, when I come live, write in the comments how you all felt. Let me close with a short reflection because I'm ending my live stream soon. In a world of sharp edges, be a soft place to land. In a time of loud voices, be the quiet hand. When others compete to be right, choose to be kind. For hearts are not won by force, but by being genuinely kind. So I say again, kindness is not weakness, it is your superpower, and the world needs more of it, more of you. Today, we've seen that kindness is powerful, contagious, courageous, and healing. It starts within, spreads around, and changes the world one small act at a time. So go out there, lead with kindness, speak with kindness, live with kindness. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Please double tap the screen. Thank you. Today my topic is kindness, and I try to explain it as much as I can. Please write in a comment what you viewers think about kindness. I would love to hear from you also. And if you watch this live stream after, please comment in the comments what you think about kindness. Let's explore what modern psychology tells us about kindness. When we experience or perform an act of kindness, it activates the brain reward system, the same area activated by chocolate or winning money. It's very strange. It also stimulates the vagus nerve, which regulates stress and promotes feelings of calm, safety, and connections. This is why acts of kindness can literally make your heart beat more steadily. But here's what truly fascinating. Even just thinking about being kind increases our empathy and motivation to help others. Psychologists call this the kindness loop. Once you start, it becomes easier, more natural, and more fulfilling to continue. In other words, the more kind you are, the more you want to be. If you want to build confidence, resilience, or even overcome loneliness, start with kindness. It builds you from the inside out. Kindness is beautiful, but not always easy. There are barriers. Cynicism. What's the point? Like people think like if I'm kind, what's the point? Fear. What if I'm rejected? Burnout. I've nothing left to give. And perhaps the hardest of all, pride, ego. Sometimes being kind means swallowing your ego. It means apologizing first, forgiving first, extending grace when you rather hold a grudge. But this is where the deepest transformation happens, not just in others, but in you. Because kindness refines us, it strips away bitterness, softens our defenses, and teaches us humility. So, yes, kindness takes strength, but it also gives strength that makes it worth the battle every single time. When tragedy strikes, war, natural disasters, loss, what do we look for? Not arguments, not blame, not superiority. We look for kindness. We search for helpers, the strangers who show up, the neighbors who share food, the nurse who holds a hand, a firefighter who risks it all. In moments of darkness, kindness is the light, and sometimes it's the only light. Welcome all. Please double tap the screen. Thank you for coming. It reminds us that we are not alone, that someone still cares, that humanity is still alive, even when everything else feels broken. So when you see someone struggling, don't underestimate the power of your present or of your kindness. You might be their only light. One of the most powerful things about kindness is that it rarely ends with one person. One act leads to another. A woman helps a man with directions. He buys coffee for a stranger. That stranger helps a lost child find their parents, and so on. This is called the pay it forward principle. The idea that kindness doesn't stop, it circulates. You never know how far it will go. You might not get to see the full impact, but it is happening and it started with you. Welcome everyone. Please double tap the screen, subscribe my channel. Kindness doesn't have to be conventional. It can be creative, fun, spontaneous, like leaving a note of encouragement in a library book, drawing uplifting messages in chalk on sideways, starting a gratitude wall at work or school, gifting someone a book that helped you, or any gift. It can be one flower. Think of kindness as an art form. You can express it in your own style, with your own voice. The more personal it is, the more powerful it becomes. Kindness isn't one size fits all, it's you sized. There are some quotes you can drop to enhance your delivery. For example, I'm gonna drop a few, like I said, and you can view it, you can say to other people as well, and that's why I'm gonna quote. And that's why I said you can quote a few. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, all of which have potential to turn a life around. And this is my favorite actually. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Some show it, some don't show it. Kindness begins with the understanding that we all struggle. These these are my favorite quotes, and if you remember these, you will go very far in life, and you might change someone's life. One day you will be remembered not for your grades, not your job title, not your bank account or your possessions. You will remembered for how you made people feel, how you treated those with nothing to offer you, the comfort you gave when someone was hurting, the kindness you extended when no one was watching. That will be your legacy, not written in history books, but etched into hearts. So the question isn't just what kind of life do you want to live? No, it's what kind of legacy you want to leave. Let kindness be your answer. Kindness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers in quiet rooms, in difficult moments, in overlooked spaces. But those who whispers echo, they echo across time, across pain, across distance. So when in doubt, when you don't know what to do, whisper kindness and let the world carry it further than you ever could imagine. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Let, let's challenge a common idea that kindness is just being nice. Kindness is not nice, kindness is radical. In a world addicted speed, success, self promotion, kindness is rebellion. When society says climb the ladder, kindness says lift others. Okay? These are two different, but it's the same. When culture says win at all cost, and kindness says win together. When media says divide, but in kindness the word transforms to connect. In systems built on inequality, injustice, and fear, kindness becomes activism. It becomes resistance, not through violence, but through compassion in action. Think of what's it called? Yeah, Martin Luther King Jr., Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela. Their kindness wasn't passive; it was powerful, purposeful, and persistence. Justice is what love looks like in public, and kindness, when lived deeply, is love and is justice. Welcome everyone. Please double tap the screen. Thank you. Kindness is not just an individual act, it's a global movement. Yeah, please write in the comment what you viewers think about kindness. I would love to hear from you all also. In Denmark, school teaches empathy alongside maths and science. In Japan, it's common for people to clean public spaces voluntarily out of shared respect. In New Zealand, there's a nationwide kindness week campaigns in schools encouraging young people to uplift their community. In India, it's Seva. It's a act of selfless service, giving without expecting anything in return. From random acts of kindness foundation to pay it forward coffee shops, the world is full of kindness, initiatives, revolutions, and quiet miracles. They just don't always make the news, these kind of acts, but maybe they should. Here's a question. Who are you when no one is watching? Do you return the shopping cart when finishing groceries? Do you pick up litter? Do you speak kindly about people who aren't there to hear it? So, backbiting. Do you tip the server who messed up your order because they look exhausted? This is the essence of integrity, kindness without applause. It is easy to post hashtags, harder to live them out in daily lives. But that's where kindness counts the most, in a quiet moment when it's just you and your values. In life, we really regret being too kind. What we regret is the apology that we didn't say, the time that we stay silent, the message we never sent, the person we didn't forgive. Ask anyone nearing the end of their life, and you will hear this truth. It's not achievements that people cherish most, it's the moments of love, connection, and kindness. Let that guide your decision, not just in a grand gesture, but in everyday chances to make someone feel seen, heard, and cared for. Many people think humans survive because of strength and intelligence, but that's not the full story. Margaret Mead was once asked, what's the first sign of civilization? People expected tools of fire. She said, the healed femur. Why? Because in the wild, a broken femur means death. Unless someone cared, someone stopped, carried, protected, and fed the injured person, the first sign of civilization was not dominance, it was kindness. That's what allowed humans to survive: community, empathy, cooperation. So the truth is, kindness is not a weakness, it's evolution. We often think of kindness as something we do outwardly, but it starts from inwardly, from your heart. Kindness begins with self awareness. emotional maturity, courage to control your ego, which is very hard to do sometimes. You can't be kind constantly if you're driven by resentment, insecurity, or unresolved pain. So, part of being kind is doing the inner work. Heal your wounds, question your biases, slow down enough to listen, not just to others, but to yourself. Kindness requires consciousness. It's not automatic, it's transformative. When you're gone, people not remember what you wore, where you worked, how many followers you had, but they will remember the time you stayed up to listen, the encouragement you gave when someone was about to give up, the kindness you gave when they least deserved it and most needed. That is your real legacy. Your life may be a drop in the ocean, but that drop can create ripples that echo long after you're gone. So, viewers, thank you, Ola Ravaju. Thank you so much. Please double tap the screen. Thank you. Today, my topic was about kindness, and I'm about to end my live stream. But thank you for coming, and thank you for listening. And I will upload this for my live stream, and you can watch it from the beginning. And please comment what you think. So I will ask you, all the viewers, what would the world look like if we treated kindness not as a soft emotion, but as a superpower? What if we trained for kindness like athletes train for excellence? What if schools graded empathy along maths? What if we valued kindness as much as ambition? This is not idealism. This is how the world changes, not in one big explosion, but in a million small acts of courage. Let your kindness be loud. Let it be brave. Let it be daily. Because the world doesn't need more perfection, it needs more compassion, and it starts with you. It starts with the world. Thank you so much, everyone who came, who liked my live stream, and who subscribed. Thank you very much. May God bless everyone. Take care.